We're back with episode 5 of A Hopeful Take. This is take 2 because we're dumb. We didn't do things correctly. So we're doing this again for ourselves.
Yeah, nothing says organic conversation like running it back a second time.
That's okay. It'll probably be better, honestly, because we had a minute where we had some mic difficulties and we were trying to. We're special.
You know, you can tell it's a long weekend because even the podcast is like, please just let me rest.
It's true.
Like
It's I've been doing this every week for 4 weeks. I need a break.
Yeah, like we're May 15th right now.
Yes.
And yeah, it's just we had a long weekend. We tried recording. Everything didn't work, which was ideal.
I
And
don't
here
know
we
how to
are.
manage that. So we have new microphones. They're very nice and purty. They're from Amazon and not Walmart now.
They're basically a knockoff Rode brand. That sounds good, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, tell us if we're delusional, but I think they sound pretty good.
Our old ones were like $10 Walmart mics that were just awful.
Yeah.
And it was bad too because like these things have like a noise reduction in them. They're pretty good at like monitoring volume. But the old one, like if you talked even somewhat loud into it, it would just stop.
Yep. There was, mics are very difficult and finicky.
Oh yeah, they are.
They don't always like to cooperate, especially when they're Bluetooth ones that go into devices instead of just recording.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the it's funny. I was talking to somebody at work about this, but like the day and age of having to mic somebody and then hide the wire on them just does not exist anymore.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Wires are a thing of the past.
Entirely. The only time you have like any wired now is if you have a mic pack and it's attached to you.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And even then, the receiver's going to something else without wires.
Yeah, because usually, if they're trying to shoot that far out, then trying to get also to like Bluetooth into a microphone is like very hard.
Yes.
So usually you have a receiver to like whatever your station is to like reduce the amount of annoyance, because I don't think you can do like station to receiver to then microphone. Like I don't know if that works.
We're doing microphone to iPhone.
Yeah, we're doing it's super easy
because that's our only options.
Well, super easy until it's not.
That's true. We have it's our easiest option that we have right now.
Yeah, we have maybe 2 cameras that can shoot video. Mine does. Okay, so we have 2 cameras that can shoot video, and we could work with that.
But they're 2 very different cameras, and that also means doing it all off of SD cards and trusting that your computer will cooperate at a speed that works.
Yeah, my card reader on my computer that I use from all my photos and stuff for work does not work. So yeah, I'd have to get a new card reader too.
Yeah.
That card reader is like, it's 9 years old now, so it's old.
That's pretty ancient for a card reader.
Yeah.
They don't usually last all that long. But technology really doesn't now anyway. As depressing as that is.
It's episode 4 or episode 5 of Hopeful Take.
You messed up this time.
I got it wrong. Oh no, it's the curse.
I got it wrong last time. You got it wrong this time. Numbers are hard. I don't like numbers.
So episode 5, we figured we'd start by talking about the stuff we watched through the week.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about dating apps because we want to give our opinions on those.
I don't personally like them.
No, and I've never had an interest in using them. But we'll get to that at the end. We're going to keep this a little shorter because it is a long weekend, and we figured we would enjoy it ourselves. So
exactly.
Yeah.
You got a new game? You can
I did. That. A new retro store opened up in town. Hold on. The game is actually over here. I actually, it's funny, we didn't talk about this in the first take. I finally decided to start selling some of my collection of random things.
We have a very large game collection. I say he does.
So, and I also had a whole bunch of guidebooks.
A lot.
And a lot of the guidebooks, and like in the modern era too, like we use guidebooks basically not at all because you can look everything up online. And it's kind of the novelty of collecting them. But at the same time, I was like, I don't mind reading them and going through them and kind of enjoying myself in that like look back. But at the same time, I found myself less and less and less and less over the years doing that.
Yeah.
Like when I first got them, and definitely like in high school, I was like going through the guidebooks a lot more and really enjoying myself. But now I'm like, they've basically been collecting dust for 4 years at the very least.
Yeah.
And so I decided to sell them anyway. We have a new retro game store in town. And I picked up a copy of the original Spectrobes for DS.
In
and
English.
Then rattling around in here.
It's not that game.
It's not Spectrobes. It's Sonic Dark Brotherhood, which for any game collectors, some of those games aren't really seen anymore. It's an English copy of Spectrobes, same with Dark Brotherhood. So I was super happy to pick those 2 up. It came out of how much I traded in, so that was great.
Yeah.
So super off topic. I was very, very happy to get those, and I'll spend some time tonight gaming, so I'm excited for that. But first, we'll talk about our weekly viewing, and this week was a great week for TV watching.
It was. We started with what we had mentioned in the last episode, which was the Kevin Hart roast. I didn't mind it. It was pretty funny. It was very long.
It was long.
We split it into 2 watches.
It was about 3 hours, I think.
Yeah,
just
roughly.
under 3 hours, maybe.
Around the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, it was long anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, we split it into, I think it was a Monday, Tuesday. Work was just too busy this week to have any free time.
I think it was something like that. And then, yeah, when we were watching, I then had to go to work. So fun times of working separate shifts.
Yeah.
But
and then you had talked about too, like some general discourse you saw online of them talking about like the money and that they're being paid a lot.
I didn't like how every other person who went up to roast, whether they were a comic or an actor or whatever, every other one was like, oh, this isn't my joke. I didn't write this. I'm being paid to say this. I'm only here because I'm being paid.
Yeah, it was basically just the comedians that were like, you could tell they wrote their own material because they knew how to deliver it.
Yeah.
Like, I think definitely to like Tony Hinchcliffe specifically, he had so many jokes written. I'm assuming he wrote them, I should say.
I'm assuming
but he had so many jokes written that he had to like rapid fire them all off.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, if he didn't know the material, he would not be delivering it like this.
That's true.
So I assumed that like the comedians were writing their own material.
It was still just weird with how many, in general, said, oh, I'm only here because I'm being paid.
Yeah. And that being said, it was a good show. I think like you had a big height at the beginning with all the comedians doing legitimately funny stuff. And then it kind of came down with some of the less funny people and then back up again towards the end with the comedians coming back.
Yep.
And actually, some surprise guest appearances. Tom Brady came in. He was very funny.
True.
The Rock obviously had to be there. Dwayne.
He has to be there to roast his little pebble.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Kevin Hart is The Rock's pebble.
And I think for Dwayne, having worked in WWE for so long, he really understood like how to get the crowd on his side, how to like really slow it down and deliver a good joke. Like he was so perfect for what he was doing.
Yeah, he really was.
So that was Kevin Hart roast on whatever. We watched it when we could, and then we started watching Pop Culture Jeopardy.
We did. I love Pop Culture Jeopardy. I don't feel stupid.
It's one of our favorite shows to watch. Colin Jost is an amazing host.
He honestly, I don't think there really could be a better host for Pop Culture Jeopardy. He fits it very well, and he flows really naturally through it.
He does, yeah.
I love his side comments as well every time.
Yeah.
He made fun of the Johns.
He did.
They were White John and Black John. They said it, not him.
Yeah. McShane and Jonathan on the show, I believe, is what their names are.
Yeah, because White John's last name is McShane, and so he went by that so that they didn't have to put Colin through calling them White John and Black John.
And I think one of the things that I don't even think I thought about when we first were talking about it is there's no commercial breaks during the show, so they have to do it straight through. And yeah, Colin plays it off pretty well.
He does. I really like Pop Culture Jeopardy. I like being able to actually answer things and not wonder how much school I missed without knowing. Because I feel dumb watching regular Jeopardy.
I'm in the same boat, yeah.
How these people know such obscure amounts of random knowledge blows my mind. Why do they know these things?
There's like very few things I know, but every once in a while I know something. I'm like, I feel pretty smart knowing that.
Yeah.
But like, am I going to go on there and get one question right?
No.
I'm going to get laughed out.
Yeah, no, I do the same whenever there's one where I'm like, oh, I think I know that. I feel like a genius.
Right.
And then there'll be something that to everybody else on the show afterwards, they're like, oh, that was so simple. I'm like, that's a thing? Why? Okay, sure.
Why do you know this?
I don't understand why they have all of this knowledge. Why do these people on Jeopardy know these random things? They're like, I am very good at being a random fact generator. Not that random.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to have just like a very obscure set of knowledge.
Yeah, and not even just a set, it's multiple sets.
Yeah, it's weird. And then, so after that, we finished watching Pop Culture Jeopardy and new episode tonight, which we'll watch once we're done recording for the second time, hopefully the last time. Yeah. We watched Perfect Match, which came out with season 4.
Yes, Perfect Match is fun. I'm not sure so far about this season It's not as good as the other ones.
I almost feel like, okay, I'm gonna be mean to these people for a minute, but I almost feel like they picked the most dull people out of all of their seasons. Like we had talked about, like Jimmy being maybe the most interesting one, but even then, he
And it's
seems
only
like
because of the controversy that he has others besides and other than what he has going on right now with the show. Like he was kind of weird on Love Is Blind,
he was, but then
and
he said
which
he left for a year to work on himself, and then he came back. He seems so much different from how he was before.
truthfully though, I can't figure out if he has actually changed or if he's just putting on a different persona for the TV.
Perfect Match is usually like Too Hot to Handle, or people get wild. The fact that he's not quite at that point, I don't know. I don't have a good read, to be honest.
I don't like him. There's something about him that I'm
Oh no,
like,
I don't like him either. I just think like
no, I
when
mean, like, even right now in Perfect Match, I'm like,
okay, I,
there's something weird about you, and I don't like it.
I think all the characters I don't like for a different reason, which is not great because I want to watch the season. I'm hoping that they
Oh,
bring
yeah.
some more interesting people in, but yeah, I see some of the characters that I know from like reality TV come back, and I'm like, did I need another season of you particularly? Like,
No, and then there are some so far that, like, I can't even think of their names that they have on where I'm like, I remember you were in this other show. I don't remember anything about you.
also, I don't think we talked about this the first time. I'm gonna harp on this for a minute. Every single guy that comes out is this super tall, jacked guy, and they're all like,
They're all over like 6'3".
the ladies love me because I'm tall and I'm strong. And I'm like, why don't the ladies love you because you can hold a conversation or you can care about her needs or maybe have a good career in your life? Like, why is nobody like, I have good qualities to offer you? No, I'm tall and strong.
The only time that we've seen that
Are we
was on
hunters still? What's
Temptation
going
Island
on?
when Buddy was like, I like cooking and I wanted to make them food. Like, that was the only time that we've seen any of that.
That's such a rational thing because it's like a guy that can cook is usually a good, like, is not valuable, but is usually like,
Mm,
it's wanted in a relationship,
yeah, that
which we actually
quality
heard on
is.
Perfect Match.
There isn't really anyone on this season of Perfect Match, men or women, where I'm like, yeah, you could be interesting on here. Like in the first two seasons, there was a lot where I was like, I'm excited that these
Oh,
people
yeah.
are on the show. And then this season, I'm like, why are you here?
Season 1 and 2, we ate up.
We
Like, it
did.
was done instantly.
Like
It was
there
so
was
good.
one on this season. There's one of the guys from Age of Attraction,
Oh, Chris.
and I do not like
Shout
him.
out my namesake.
Yeah, but like I don't like him. He's he
He's
just gives
weird.
me frat boy energy, and I don't like him.
Yeah.
But like not a good kind of frat boy. Not that there is, but more like I'm going to intentionally destroy property because I think it's funny, and then pretend that I didn't know that I was doing it.
Yeah. Season 4 is just odd. I don't even think I mentioned the guys the first time. And like, it's weird because normally, okay, Too Hot to Handle and Perfect Match have the same problem. The girls come out, they talk about their butts, they talk about their boobs. That's all they talk about. And then the guys come out, they talk about their height and they talk about how strong they are. But I'm never like, is these like, maybe I'm old? Am I old? Like, you can
Well,
tell me.
yes, but
You can tell me in the comments if I'm old. But like, are these qualities that people like need in their lives? Like, do you have to have like a big butt and big
no, but
boobs?
it's because there's so many that go, well, I can't if I'm not physically attracted to you first, then there's no point in getting to know you.
Okay, think about it like this, right? And this is the reality we live in 2026. I could go on the show and I could have big boobs and a big butt. Or on the flip side, I could be tall and I could be strong. That's a real reality. You could see two different versions of Chris or Christina.
That's true.
And I don't know why we're judging people off that metric on this show like Perfect Match. Like, what are you going to do when you're aged? Or what are you going to do when you have to have real conversations with somebody? Or
They
figure out how
don't.
to deal with your broken down car and your poor finances? Or your lack of career, your lack of understanding? How are you going to raise your kids? Like,
They don't.
are you going to be big and strong in all those situations too? Or have a big butt and big boobs? Like, there's more to it. And I do understand it's reality TV and dang it, you have to get people in
But
somehow.
there's still, better qualities. Like I love that you're tall because then I don't have to climb up on things all the time to grab things that I can't reach. You like staring at my boobs. So like there
Facts. Facts.
so like there's give and take with it. It's fine. But I also know that I sometimes make you laugh, usually from my own stupidity. So it works.
Yeah, I feel like long before I was physically attracted to you, I definitely felt like a better emotional connection because
Are you saying you thought I was ugly?
I say this all the time. You can grow to physically like anybody, but you can never grow to emotionally like somebody. That connection is so much
Yep.
different than the physical.
Yep. No, I agree with that.
I can't believe I didn't rant about this the first time when we talked about Perfect Match. Like, ah, and they do it with all the shows too.
They
Like,
do.
and like some shows tone it down. Like I think Love Is Blind is kind of that part where it's like I'm looking for love. Like I have a career. I'm at this place in my life, and they kind of talk about their own interests maybe a little bit
At
more.
least that's the premise of the show going
Yeah,
on is like, oh, well, even if I'm here just here for clout, have to pretend that we're here for a marriage and to get married. Because it's the whole point. Perfect match is let's see who I'm better with and try and stay on to win.
anyway, I don't want to harp on it too long because we want to talk about dating apps,
In dating apps,
which I guess actually it suffers from the same thing. A lot of people on dating apps they just talk about their bodies in different ways.
what they like and don't like from other people, and that's about it.
Are we superficial as a society? Is that what's happening?
Yes,
I guess that's fair.
you had to ask that?
I don't think I'm superficial. Like,
No, you are not. As a society, yes.
I guess that's fair. Okay, so I think with dating apps, I want to start by saying neither of us have ever used them.
Ever.
I don't think we've ever had any interest in them, even when
Never.
we were between relationships or younger or whatever. But one of the things that is like very clear is that they are kind of the now and the future.
Yep.
And I touched on this.
They're the exact, they're for our generation what eHarmony and whatnot was 20 years ago.
Yeah, and I talked about it in the previous take, which definitely worked. Yeah, but like my thought process, because I think I should have given the context the first time, but we're gonna have kids one day, and
Mhm.
those kids are gonna have to have a lot of different and tough conversations.
Yep.
And they're probably gonna cross the bridge where they're gonna get dating apps maybe too young. They're gonna be talking about like, do I go on Tinder? How do I use this? Do I use Hinge? Do I use Bumble? Do I use all these things?
I don't know. Ask your aunts and uncles because we've never used them.
Like life is so crazily online now.
It is.
Everything
It revolves around online.
like I can't grab my phone because it's recording right now, but every single thing is online. Like it's at your fingertips at any time.
Yep.
And that's a scary prospect. It really is.
I don't like it.
But I like to have these thoughts, and I like to watch. I watch videos about Tinder and stuff, and like how it disproportionately, because it's the same theory as a bar, right? You want women to come in, so the men also come in. Without the women, there's no men, typically, right? So if you're on like Tinder or something, you're more likely to succeed on Tinder as a woman than you are as a man, because they also target the men for monetization, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So like the two experiences are so vastly different. But if I can't explain that to my kid and they're gonna be like, why isn't this working for me? I should just throw money at it. I'm like, hold on a second, this is not how it works.
Just because you put money into something does not mean you get a better quality out of it.
It's also important to understand like what, because everything needs to make money to continue. Yeah. So you need to understand like what it's doing and why it's doing.
And how it benefits you.
Yeah. And I guess bottom line for me, and I can let you talk about it too, I just like meeting people face to face. I've never been somebody who's like, I can't wait to meet somebody online.
I personally don't want to meet people. I don't like people. People piss me off. I am not a people person. I don't enjoy being around people like that. It is, that requires a lot of effort and energy to put into things that I don't enjoy. I can talk to people. I can do small talk. I don't want to. And that's just because I don't like people. So when I do meet people that I like and I do want to have conversations, I'm like, oh, well, this is new and enjoyable. Okay, cool. I've never once had that online. Ever. Anytime I've ever received, and like we said before, I've never been on dating apps, but I am a girl on social media. I have received a number of weird DMs. I never once have I sat there and gone, oh, this looks interesting. I want to know more about you. Every time it's some sort of mix of please go away and don't look at me ever again.
I want to touch on this too because I think it's super important. We went from an era in like the 80s, 90s, 2000s where it was very obvious that you never have any idea who's on the other end of anything.
Yep.
A letter, a phone call, a chat room, whatever. And somehow in 2020 plus, let's say, like 2020 and onward,
Oh, they're not lying to me online about who they are.
they're real. Like they can't
It
possibly. I've
can't be a
known them for too
catfish.
long. Yeah.
There wasn't an entire series about this for years going on about people pretending to be someone they're not and getting in relationships and destroying that other person's life. Like it that's not a thing at all.
If there's anything I can leave people with that are watching this, you never know who's on the other end of anything. And like, okay, I'm a journalist. I'm very acutely aware. Sometimes I make a phone call and people tell me to meet them in a place, right? I've had conversations where they're like, "Hey, meet me in this field," and I'm like, "Am I gonna die? Like, is this like why would I meet you in this field?" Or like, "Can you come over to my house?" I'm like, "I don't know. Can I? Like, what is this? Is there gonna be like a net at the beginning?"
Yep.
So I'm acutely aware of the risks that people take, and I think that same thing should be applied if you're online dating. You
I
should
agree.
think like this person on the other end. They could AI their photos, they could edit them, they could falsify their identification, they can do a million things to be on the other end to do something harmful. I'm not saying that everybody is. I think I would say 99% of people are online for the right
But
reasons.
there's still people who aren't.
Exactly. So I think you, as a consumer, as a person in society, you should think, am I safe? And that's something you should think about more often, than, especially with online
Nobody
dating.
does.
Nobody does. And
Not
yeah,
even online dating alone, but like even like ride shares and things like that.
it's terrifying. Yeah.
Like people
Yeah.
go, "Oh, are you here for this person?" And they can just say, "Yeah," and then just take you wherever.
Yep.
Ask their name. They tell you their name or who they're there to pick up. Not it's there's the idea of self and public safety has gone completely out the window.
Yeah. And it's maybe the things I'm talking about in relation to dating apps aren't so much like, what's the experience like on dating apps? What's the benefit? Am I going to find love? But I think these are things that you need to have conversations about before
Don't
you
be
even get
naive.
on there. Yeah. I fully agree. Yeah. Don't be naive.
People will kill you because they can and they want to.
Or they might take your money, or they might
Or your
ruin your life,
identity.
or just
All the
scary.
above. There's worst ex ever for a reason.
And
Like
I'll
oh,
say
and there's that with that one. We also have a new
season
season of.
two or season three, whatever it is. I think season
There's a
two.
new season, regardless.
I will say I crap on dating apps a lot because I don't see the point. I
I
think
don't like
I love meeting somebody face to face. Maybe you catch a good vibe. Maybe you see them and you make good small
them.
tap. Maybe make good small talk. Tack.
Tack.
It's I for me. It's better if I can meet you face to face. I can see how we get on, how we interact. What works, what doesn't. Are you creeped out by me? Can I read your body language? Those kind of things. And that's completely gone with online dating. Like I could be talking as my friend did.
Context clues are completely gone in messages.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. And like my friend, I could be talking to another chat bot, which is like not great. I want to have a real conversation. I want to like build good rapport with somebody and understand who they are and why they are.
I'm not looking to talk with AI.
No, nobody is. Well, nobody should be at least.
I was gonna say, well, some do, but that's totally different, and we're not going down that road.
I guess I should also say this. I think dating apps are successful as well. My friend's been in like a 6-year relationship after he met his partner on Tinder, maybe. I actually don't know how they met, to be honest.
I don't
I barely know he exists. I'm just kidding. No, like I've seen my friends have had success on dating apps, and
Yeah.
like that's great to see. I think it's hard not to have success when there's so many out there because there's Tinder, there's Bumble, there's Plenty of Fish, there's eHarmony, Christian Mingle, Hinge, and like we talked about it a little bit before, but every single one of those also fills a different niche,
Yep.
and that's how they get you on all these dating apps. They don't want you spending on one dating app because Hinge is a different platform, and maybe the woman has to like you, or maybe you have to answer some prompts before you even get in, or maybe you're looking for somebody of the same religion as you. I think there's one for like every religion,
pretty much.
and like that's the thing is it's business. They're all looking to get your money. Their end goal really isn't for you to find somebody,
No.
because once you find somebody, you stop spending with them. So the longer you spend with them, the better.
Yep.
Which is maybe not what somebody wants to hear, but
it's the truth.
maybe instead of being on these apps, like I go to events all the time, and I've been to like restaurants, bars, everything. There's people, and I mean, you work at a bar now. There's people going out still. You can meet somebody at a bar.
Yeah.
You can meet somebody at a restaurant or at an event or whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
just go out and just, yeah, maybe put the phone down and have some face to face, and maybe you will find somebody, or maybe you won't, but at least you'll have had some good real conversations with another human being.
Yeah, that's not through.
Yeah, I absolutely hate how connected we are in the day to day. For me, I go out 8 9 hours a day, sometimes more depending on how much I have to work. And I am rarely like, I have to update you on every piece of my life. Let me text you
No.
everything going on. It's like, I'll tell you when I get home.
I would turn my phone off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. No, I'm like, as soon as I get home, I'm happy to debrief. I'm happy to have a real conversation. But
Hell, even when I'm out doing groceries and whatnot, if I'm like, I gotta make like 4 or 5 other stops, you're lucky if I remember to message you about it.
no, I don't. Yeah,
Less
exactly.
is like the most that you end up getting is like, hey, I'm on my way home. Do you want coffee or something
Hmm.
on my way home? Cool. Okay, see you in a minute.
And that's it. And I just think the interconnectivity, especially with like dating apps are so weird. Like hearing my friend describe him using dating apps and whatnot, like, uh, uh
It's weird.
like you
It's a
have,
totally
yeah,
different realm and world, and I don't like it.
you have access to each other 24 hours a day. That means that anytime somebody could message you and Tinder or Hinge or whatever will light up and says, you know, Doug has just messaged you. I don't know why Doug. Doug could be a handsome fellow. Good for you, Doug. Go get him. But just, you see what I mean, right? Like
Yeah.
if it's 3 a.m., I don't want anybody messaging me. Like I don't want to think
You
about,
don't even want me breathing in your general direction.
no.
And we're married.
Yes.
So, like,
But I don't like the idea that somebody has, and I know it's the same with like Messenger and texting, but this might be a shock to a lot of people out there, especially because I'm a journalist. I have all notifications on my phone off outside of, well, Hopes.
I'm different.
So I have all notifications off. So if I don't get back to you right away, it's because I didn't, like, I don't get a notification for it. I have to physically go into my phone because when I had notifications on, like, let's say you have Messenger notifications on, I have Discord notifications on, I have Snapchat notifications on. I have so, like, I'm just inundated with stuff. And I'm like, I can't deal with this.
You have like 7 group chats with your friends.
Yeah. And then I've got all these Discords that people are messaging in all the time. And I'm like, I don't want to be updated on all these things going on. If I want to find them, I will find them.
Yeah.
And I know for a lot of people that is like unheard of. Like, I have to get my text messages. I have to get all my emails. I'm like, people can wait. Like, I wait for people and people will wait for me.
Yep.
Not because I'm demanding it, but because it's a respect thing, right?
Yeah.
I extend the same courtesy to others. I don't think anybody should have to respond right away to anything. And I think that's something that dating apps just take away. You have to respond.
There's an expectation of being available all hours of the day.
Because if I don't respond, they might find somebody else.
If they do, then they weren't your person.
Yeah, but that's a reality for some people. It's that inherent panic.
Oh, yeah. And that's another reason why I don't like social media dating apps and all of those. Because they take away so much connection between people that I feel like we're even more so than before losing the ability to make genuine connections with people and not just surface level.
It's so easy to have a conversation with somebody and that be your connection, but that's just not the reality.
Nope. It's weird.
Yeah, we live in such it's just a strange time. And that being said, like, I don't think that dating apps are all bad. I definitely think,
No, they
like,
have their benefits and their upsides. I still personally don't like them.
I think one of the big things too is that there's less social pressure on both sides. Somebody with social
Yeah.
anxiety might be able to use dating apps a lot more effectively simply because they don't have to then go up to somebody and then talk to them, or maybe the girl doesn't have to think about, oh, maybe I don't like this guy. How do I say no? It kind of removes that like social barrier really
Yeah.
with the phone.
It does. It takes away a lot of embarrassment and like nerves because there isn't the I have to know what I'm going to say and I have to be able to get the thoughts out of my face. I can sit here on one word for 20 minutes trying to figure out the next word before I even come close to hitting send.
And I guess I'll say this. I think, and the embarrassment is such a funny thing because for a long time I would get embarrassed about everything. And then I just had such a series of dumb things happen to me that I was like, can life get any more embarrassing? I don't really think so. We're just gonna, like, nowadays I do something dumb in the room full of people, or like I mess up in front of like whoever knows how many. I think it's important that you just keep messing up and keep getting embarrassed because eventually you'll just get over it.
Yeah, I just got good at making fun of myself.
I definitely think there's a difference between being like embarrassed in front of a room full of people and then making fun of yourself,
No,
obviously.
I mean like because like I'll do something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like I tripped over the stage at work the other day and was like, "It's okay. I'm not named Grace for a reason." Like I,
Yeah. But I guess that's our lowdown on dating apps.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're not good, but they're not bad as long as they're used correctly.
And I'll be very interested to see how they evolve over time. Like, what does it look like even in 10 years? Are they the same? Are they more hyper monetized? Are they less
Will
monetized?
they be obsolete? Like who knows?
Yeah, I guess we'll never know.
Will there be a million of them? We shall see.
Yeah, but I guess that's about it. I hope we got everything that we.
Hopefully the video didn't stop recording for the second time, or I'm not doing it again.
Hopefully, we'll take episode 5. Hopefully, this worked out.
Give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe, comment below what you'd like us to talk about next. If there's anything you'd like us to go over, if you have any questions or experiences or whatever that you'd like us to discuss, we can do that.
I think it's important to note too, just before we sign off, we've been talking about Spotify last 2 weeks, so this will be week 3 now.
I have the account. Things will be uploaded.
Yeah, the way I would give it back is we're working on it.
It'll be there soon.
Like we ran into some issues initially where we thought we needed to have like a certain account or whatever to upload, and then
Well, because I'm dumb and I didn't realize that podcasting uploading and music uploading are two totally different things.
yeah,
So I had to do some looking into things and
and I prefer video podcasts, so this is perfect for me. But we'll see. We'll hopefully get this on Spotify so you can listen in your car or you can listen wherever you go. But yeah, we'll be back next week. You know, hopefully everybody had a good May long for the Canadians out there. And then yeah, we'll be back next week with episode 6 where we'll talk about who knows what.
We won't know until we start.
Yeah, we actually plan these like minutes before we go live. So yeah, we'll know next week too. Have a good one.
So see you then.